The vast darkness of space is illuminated by the soft glow of distant stars, but inside the Galactic Council's war room, the mood is anything but calm. This room is like no other. It's enormous, filled with sleek, metallic walls and glowing holographic projections. The lights of faraway galaxies shine brightly as the council members discuss their next big move. They are aliens, and their arrogance is unmatched. Their technology has far surpassed anything humanity could imagine, and they believe nothing can stop them. At the center of the room, a holographic map of the galaxy hovers in midair. It shows Earth, a tiny speck in the vastness of space. The members of the Galactic Council look down upon it, their eyes filled with disdain. They are ready to launch their final invasion of Earth, convinced that it will be an easy victory. One member laughs, his voice rich with scorn. Humans are nothing more than insects. They have no real technology, no power to fight us. Their defenses are laughable. His words are met with approving nods from the others. Another council member leans forward, adjusting his glowing glasses. Their primitive weapons are no match for our fleets. We've wiped out far stronger civilizations. Earth will fall just as easily. The council's leader, a towering figure with sharp features, raises his hand for silence. His gaze locks onto the holographic map of Earth. He smirks, confident in their impending victory. Prepare the fleets. We will crush them. And their resistance will be nothing more than a brief inconvenience, he declares. The arrogance in the room is palpable. They have underestimated humanity for far too long, and now they are preparing for the final move that will obliterate Earth. But what they don't know is that humans are not as weak as they think. As the camera zooms out from the war room, we're taken to a very different scene. Earth. The contrast couldn't be clearer. Inside a sleek, powerful warship that floats silently in space, General Adrian Kane stands at the front of the bridge. He gazes out at the stars, his face calm but filled with determination. His expression reveals nothing, but beneath the surface, he is preparing for something extraordinary, something that no one, not even the highest commanders on Earth, expects. General Kane is the leader of humanity's military forces, and he knows that the stakes are higher than ever before. The alien forces are massive, powerful, and filled with technology that humans have never seen. But Kane isn't afraid. He knows what they don't. Humanity's true power hasn't been revealed yet. The general turns toward his crew, each member silent and waiting for his orders. He speaks in a low, steady voice. They think they can control us, Kane says, his words cutting through the tension in the room. They have no idea what humanity is capable of. His crew stands at attention, knowing that something big is about to happen. This isn't just a mission. It's the moment that will change everything. As the general's words hang in the air, the crew begins to prepare. The warship's engines hum to life, and the air is filled with a sense of purpose. We're not just fighting for Earth. We're fighting for every future, every chance we have to survive. Kane continues. This is our counterattack, and we will not fail. As the fleet readies for its mission, the tension is almost unbearable. The sleek warships are equipped with the most advanced technology humanity has ever built. Cloaking devices that make them invisible to enemy radar, AI-assisted systems that can outthink and outmaneuver any alien ship, and weapons powerful enough to shake the very fabric of space. Yet despite all the advantages, the fate of the galaxy hangs in the balance. This mission is humanity's last stand. The crew moves quickly, preparing their stations for what is to come. They know this won't be an easy fight, and the weight of responsibility is heavy on every soldier's shoulders. But they are ready. The fleet's commander, Kane, stands at the center of the control room, his eyes fixed on the stars outside the window. The time has come. As the ships prepare to launch, the general's final words echo throughout the ship. They think they can stop us, Kane says, his voice sharp. But they have no idea what's coming. With a flick of his hand, the command is given. The warships begin to move, their engines flaring to life as they jump into space. The fleet is heading straight into the heart of the alien armada. The battle is about to begin. As the general's fleet moves forward, it's clear that humanity's presence is anything but ordinary. Each warship is designed for one purpose: to fight and survive against impossible odds. These ships are sleek, powerful, and unlike anything the alien invaders have ever seen. The aliens' arrogance has blinded them to the true power of Earth's forces. The camera pans to reveal the alien armada, massive, overwhelming, and filled with advanced warships. The Council's fleet, which once appeared unstoppable, is now facing something it never expected: humanity's defiance. The aliens are confident, but the humans are ready to shock them in ways they could never have imagined. Suddenly, an alien scout ship picks up a faint signature. The alert rings out across the alien fleet, and the Council's commanders immediately look to the holographic projections, searching for any sign of Earth's ships. But it's too late. The cloaking devices activate, and in an instant, the human fleet disappears from sight. The aliens are left confused, unsure of what just happened. For a moment, everything is still. The aliens wait, unsure of what to expect next. Then, without warning, the first strike happens. A series of explosions tear through the quiet of space as the human fleet emerges from hiding. They are on the offensive now, attacking the alien armada with precision and power. The element of surprise is on their side, and it's clear that humanity has come prepared. The alien fleet tries to retaliate, but they are too slow. The cloaking devices have given the humans the advantage, allowing them to strike from unexpected angles and use their AI systems to outmaneuver their enemies. The battle intensifies as explosions light up the dark sky, the human ships darting in and out of combat, relentless and fast. The tension in space is electrifying, with each side trying to outsmart the other. But the humans, armed with their advanced technology and an unyielding will to survive, are proving to be a much tougher opponent than the aliens had ever anticipated. And as the battle rages on, General Kane watches with cold determination. The first wave of the assault has begun, and humanity's survival depends on the success of this mission. The general's calm exterior hides the weight of his responsibility. He knows that this is only the beginning. What happens next will decide the fate of Earth and the entire galaxy. With each passing moment, the suspense grows. Will humanity's counterattack be enough to stop the might of the Galactic Council, or will Earth fall, just as the aliens had predicted? The first action scene ends with the future uncertain, but one thing is clear: humanity will fight to the end, and they have already started to turn the tide of the war. The chambers of the Galactic Council are massive, filled with a cold, oppressive silence. The lights overhead buzz faintly, casting an eerie glow on the faces of the alien leaders seated at the Council's long table. Each member has a look of superiority, their sharp eyes focused on the lone figure standing before them. General Adrian Kane, humanity's leader, is brought into the room with minimal ceremony. He stands tall, his uniform crisp, his expression unwavering. Despite the towering alien figures surrounding him, Kane shows no fear. In fact, his calm demeanor is almost unsettling to the council members. The council members, amused by his presence, exchange glances. They expect this to be another humiliating moment for the humans, who they still regard as nothing more than primitive creatures. One member, a reptilian alien with a sinister grin, speaks first, his voice dripping with condescension. Well, General Kane, what is it that you want to say? Do you truly believe you have anything to offer that can change the course of this war? You and your kind are nothing but insects, barely worth the time it took to destroy your fleets. Kane doesn't flinch at the insult. Instead, he straightens his posture, his voice steady and controlled as he responds. You may think we are insects, but it's you who underestimate us. You've made the mistake of thinking that power comes only from technology or numbers. But what you don't understand is that humanity has something you'll never possess: The power of adaptability. The council laughs, their voices echoing around the room. They exchange amused glances, believing that Kane is simply trying to save face in the face of inevitable defeat. But Kane presses on, his eyes narrowing with intensity as he speaks the words that will shake their arrogance to its core. We've developed a weapon, one that can shut down entire fleets in an instant. It's something you cannot even begin to comprehend. It combines your advanced technology with human innovation, something your kind has never had to rely on: creativity, resourcefulness, and the ability to learn from our mistakes. The room falls into stunned silence. The alien leaders are no longer laughing. Their expressions turn from amusement to confusion, and then to fear. They are not used to being caught off guard. The thought that humans could have developed something that could turn the tide of the war against them is unthinkable. For the first time, doubt creeps into the minds of the Galactic Council. The Council's leader, a towering being with dark metallic skin, speaks up. His voice is no longer filled with arrogance, but tinged with a rare sense of uncertainty. You're lying. There's no way humans could have developed anything that could threaten us. We have mastered every form of technology, and our fleets are unbeatable. You're wasting our time, General. Kane's gaze is unyielding. He knows they don't believe him, but that won't stop him from revealing the truth. He steps forward, his voice low but powerful. I'm not lying. We've already used this weapon. It worked once, and it will work again. And when it does, your fleets will be useless. Your precious technology will crumble under the force of our will. The room is thick with tension. The council is speechless, trying to process the implications of Kane's words. In their minds, Earth was supposed to be nothing more than a footnote in the galaxy's history, a weak, insignificant planet that would be easily wiped away. Yet here stands a human, not just challenging them, but threatening to destroy their entire empire with a single weapon. But Kane isn't finished. He knows the Council needs to understand the true cost of this weapon, the price that humanity had to pay for their survival. As he speaks, the room darkens, and the air grows heavy. Kane's words carry an undeniable weight, not just in what they say, but in what they represent. You think we did this overnight, that we simply stumbled upon this power. But that's not the truth. The truth is that this weapon was born from the sacrifice of men and women who gave their lives to protect Earth. We lost countless soldiers, brave souls like Bonner, who died in the battle for Earth's survival. His sacrifice, along with so many others, gave us the knowledge we needed to develop this weapon. As Kane speaks, the council members begin to see a flicker of emotion in his eyes, something they hadn't expected from a human: remorse, sorrow, and a deep sense of loss. The room is silent as Kane's voice continues to echo, a somber reminder of the human cost of the war. Flashbacks begin to play in Kane's mind as he recalls the faces of the fallen soldiers, the ones who had given everything for the future of humanity. He sees Bonner, a young soldier with a bright smile, charging into battle, his eyes filled with the determination to protect his people. He remembers the explosion that took his life, the look of disbelief on his face as the shockwave consumed him. Kane fights back the wave of emotion threatening to overtake him, but he knows that he must press on. We didn't just develop this weapon in a lab, Kane continues, his voice now breaking through the emotion. We paid for it with blood. Every piece of knowledge we've gained, every technological advancement we've made, has come at the cost of lives. And those lives, they will not be forgotten. They will not be in vain. The council members shift uncomfortably in their seats. For the first time, they are confronted with the harsh reality of what they are up against. The human race has not only fought with everything they have, but has done so at an enormous cost. The weight of this realization begins to settle over them. Kane takes a deep breath and looks the council's leader straight in the eye. His words are final, resolute. You may have more technology, more ships, more soldiers, but you don't have what we have: the power of human spirit. We will fight, not just for our survival, but for every person we've lost, for every person who died believing that Earth could be saved. The silence in the room is deafening. The council members now understand the true nature of the threat they face. The power of humanity is not just in its technology, but in its heart, its will to survive, and its unyielding spirit. The council, despite their arrogance, has underestimated the very thing that makes humans so dangerous: their ability to rise, again and again, no matter the odds. Kane stands tall, his shoulders squared, as the full weight of his words sinks in. The Galactic Council may have thought they were invincible, but humanity has shown them that they are anything but. The general has spoken. The Council's hubris is shattered. And now, the true battle is about to begin. General Kane stands tall before the Galactic Council, the weight of his words hanging in the air like a heavy storm cloud. His revelation has already shaken them, but what he's about to say will leave them breathless, paralyzed with fear. The once cocky, confident leaders of the Council, who had laughed at the thought of humans being a threat, now find themselves in a position they never imagined, staring into the abyss of their own downfall. Kane's voice is steady, unwavering. You've been fooled. You think we're just primitive creatures struggling to survive. But what you don't know is that Earth has learned to manipulate not just technology, but the very fabric of time and space itself. You thought you could destroy us easily, but you've unknowingly unleashed something far beyond your comprehension. The alien leaders stare at him in stunned silence. The Council's faces shift from disbelief to fear as Kane's words sink in. How could such a small, insignificant planet, one they'd planned to wipe off the map, have developed such a power? The very idea seems impossible. Time and space, the building blocks of the universe, are beyond any race's control. But here stands Kane, telling them that humanity has somehow found a way to bend these fundamental laws to their will. You think we've only mastered your technology, Kane continues, his voice firm with the certainty of a man who knows he's about to change everything. But you don't understand the true power of humanity. Our scientists, our engineers, they've worked day and night, using every ounce of our creativity and willpower, and they've found a way to manipulate time itself. The weapon we've developed isn't just another piece of technology. It's a force that can alter the course of history. The words echo in the room, leaving a trail of disbelief in their wake. The Council members' arrogance is fading. They had thought themselves invincible, their technology unmatched, their fleets unstoppable. But now, they're faced with a truth that challenges everything they believed. Time and space, concepts they had taken for granted as constants, are no longer beyond the reach of the humans they had dismissed as weak. One of the Council members, a tall, angular alien with glowing blue eyes, finally speaks. His voice trembles, betraying his fear. This cannot be. No one can control time. It's impossible. The fabric of the universe is not something that can be tampered with. You're lying, Kane. There's no way your species has accomplished such a feat. But Kane isn't lying. His eyes remain locked onto the Council's leader, unwavering. He has come too far, sacrificed too much, to let their disbelief stop him now. He leans forward slightly, his voice low, but filled with the weight of a promise. We didn't lie. We didn't stumble upon this power by accident. We've spent years, decades, studying your technology. But more than that, we've studied the universe itself. We learned the patterns of space and time, and we learned how to disrupt them. The weapon we created doesn't just destroy, it disorients, it confuses, it makes your fleets unable to anticipate our next move. A chill sweeps through the Council room. Their minds race, trying to understand the implications of what Kane has just said. The power to control time and space isn't just an advantage. It's an ultimate weapon, a weapon that could render even the most advanced alien fleets helpless before humanity's will. Kane steps back, allowing the weight of his revelation to settle over the room. He gestures to a nearby hologram, and the room is suddenly filled with a vivid image of Earth's weapon. It is a sleek, metallic device, compact but exuding a terrifying aura of power. The hologram shows the weapon's core, a swirling vortex of energy, its surface crackling with a mysterious force. The device looks almost alive, as if it were pulsing with the heartbeat of the universe itself. "This is our weapon," Kane says, his voice filled with both pride and warning. "It's capable of disrupting entire starships, turning them into floating wrecks with a single activation. Your fleets, your pride, will be nothing more than debris in space, drifting aimlessly as your ships lose all sense of direction, as if they were trapped in an endless loop. Time will become a tool in our hands, and you won't even see us coming." The alien leaders are frozen, unable to comprehend what they're seeing. The idea of time itself being used as a weapon is too much for them to grasp. They've seen weapons that can destroy, but nothing like this. Nothing that could change the very nature of how battles are fought. They had underestimated humanity's potential, thinking it was their advanced technology that made them unbeatable. But now they realize that their most deadly weapon might not be the ones they carry, but the unpredictable, indomitable spirit of the human race. The council members exchange fearful glances, their arrogance slowly turning to terror. One of the leaders, a towering alien with sharp red skin and golden eyes, finally speaks, his voice barely above a whisper. "You've already activated this weapon, haven't you? You've already used it against us." Kane nods slowly, confirming their worst fear. "Yes, we've used it. And now, with your fleets scattered, there is nothing you can do to stop us. You've overestimated your power, and in doing so, you've made a grave mistake." The council members try to regroup, but their faces betray them. For the first time, they are faced with a force they cannot control, a force they cannot even understand. Their thoughts are jumbled, their pride shattered. They thought they were the apex of existence, but now they stand before a species that has learned to harness the very fabric of reality itself. Kane steps forward, his presence commanding. "You wanted to invade Earth, to destroy us. But in doing so, you've awakened something in humanity that even you cannot fight. We will not fall, and we will not be controlled. You made a grave mistake when you underestimated us. And now, the consequences will be on your shoulders." As Kane speaks, the room grows colder. The alien leaders are no longer laughing, no longer confident in their superiority. They are faced with the horrifying truth that they've unknowingly unlocked humanity's full potential. The weapon they feared is not just a technological marvel. It is a manifestation of humanity's ability to survive, adapt, and conquer. The council has made their final mistake, and as they sit in stunned silence, Kane's words echo through the room, leaving a deep scar on their minds. The battle for the galaxy has just begun. And this time, humanity is the one holding the power. The camera pans over the stunned faces of the alien leaders, their once confident expressions replaced with fear. The realization settles in. They have underestimated the human race in ways they can never undo. The tension in the Galactic Council chamber reaches a boiling point. For the first time since humanity had been discovered, the alien leaders are divided. A power struggle has erupted within their ranks. Some council members, seeing the true power of humanity's weapon, now debate the possibility of an alliance with Earth. They recognize that Earth has harnessed something the rest of the galaxy cannot even comprehend, and they understand that destroying such a powerful force might be more dangerous than they imagined. Other members, however, argue for total annihilation. The idea of humans surviving, let alone thriving, is a threat that cannot be tolerated. They see humanity's adaptability and ingenuity as an unpredictable risk that could one day challenge their entire rule. The Council's once unified front is now fractured, and this internal conflict only adds to the suspense building across the galaxy. The debate rages on for hours, but no resolution is found. One by one, the voices of the council members quiet down, their arguments lingering in the air like the scent of something burning. While they argue amongst themselves, Earth's fate hangs in the balance. The camera cuts to General Kane, standing on the bridge of Earth's flagship, His expression is resolute as he stares out at the stars, his mind racing. The next move must be made, and it must be decisive. Back on Earth, the moment has arrived. The general steps forward, his face reflecting the weight of the responsibility he carries. "Deploy the weapon," he commands. His voice is steady, but the tension in his tone reveals the seriousness of the situation. Across Earth's fleet, a ripple of activity spreads like wildfire. Soldiers, technicians, and strategists spring into action, their movements a coordinated ballet of precision and urgency. The weapons have been activated. As the signal is sent, Earth's new weapon comes to life. It hums with energy, a swirling vortex of power that bends the very fabric of space and time. In an instant, a massive, invisible force envelops Earth's fleet, cloaking it from view. In the distance, the vast alien armada looms, unaware of the danger that has just been unleashed. As the fleet of ships, sleek, technologically advanced, and seemingly invincible, draws closer, the first strike begins. The camera zooms out to reveal the chaos unfolding in space. Bright flashes of light fill the sky as orbital bombardments strike the alien ships, sending shockwaves through the vast emptiness of space. Explosions ripple outward from each impact, the sound of destruction echoing in the vacuum. Humanity's fleet, once a mere shadow in the eyes of the Council, now stands as a force to be reckoned with. Their once insignificant ships now strike with precision, disabling alien vessels with each shot. The first wave of alien ships starts to break apart. Their sophisticated shields falter under the onslaught of Earth's newfound power. Humanity's weapon has proven itself, tearing apart the alien armada with a combination of technology and the raw will to survive. Each strike from the fleet creates a spectacular visual display, with massive explosions lighting up the cold expanse of space. Alien ships are torn asunder, their hulking structures disintegrating in a blaze of light. The scenes are breathtaking. Humanity has not only fought back, but they've done so with an unexpected brilliance. The once overwhelming alien forces are now on the defensive. Their fleet, once thought to be indestructible, is crumbling under the force of humanity's ingenuity. The tables have turned, and the underdogs, Earth's warriors, are rising to the occasion in a way that no one could have predicted. As the battle rages on, the general watches from his command center, a calm expression on his face as the carnage unfolds. He has led humanity to this point, and now, as the battle shifts in their favor, he feels a mixture of pride and relief. This is not just a fight for survival anymore. It is a fight for the future of humanity. He knows that the Council will not take this defeat lightly, and he braces himself for the next wave of counterattacks. The alien forces, despite their advanced technology, are beginning to falter. They launch their own counteroffensive, deploying a new wave of ships and advanced weaponry in an attempt to regain control of the battle. But Earth's fleet is prepared. With their newly developed weapon, they continue to dismantle the alien armada, neutralizing ship after ship. The alien forces cannot keep up with the power humanity has unleashed, and the once dominant Council fleet is quickly losing ground. The camera zooms in on one particular alien warship, a massive vessel brimming with weapons. It unleashes a barrage of missiles aimed at Earth's fleet. The tension builds as the projectiles rush toward their targets. But just as the missiles are about to make contact, Earth's ships activate their cloaking technology. The missiles sail harmlessly through empty space, missing their intended targets entirely. The alien ships, unable to detect the movement of the cloaked vessels, are left vulnerable to another devastating strike from Earth's fleet. As the battle continues, the sheer scale of humanity's power becomes more apparent. The once overwhelming alien forces, which had laughed at humanity's weakness, are now struggling to maintain their position. The sight of alien ships breaking apart, their once untouchable fleets being reduced to scrap metal, is awe-inspiring. Humanity's underdog status has been turned into a strength, and the tide of battle is now firmly in their favor. The camera zooms in on General Kane's face once more. He stands at the helm of the flagship, watching as his orders come to life on the battlefield. His expression is a mixture of concentration and determination, but there is also a hint of something else in his eyes. Hope. Humanity, against all odds, has turned the tide of this battle, and with each passing second, they are drawing closer to victory. The battle is far from over, but Earth has proven that it is not a planet to be underestimated. With their weapon, their ingenuity, and their unbreakable will, humanity has shown the galaxy that they are a force to be reckoned with. And for the first time, the Alien Council, in their arrogance, has realized just how big a mistake they made by underestimating humanity. As the screen fades to black, the battle continues to rage. The war for the galaxy is only just beginning. The final battle has arrived. As the war rages on, and the fate of humanity hangs in the balance, General Adrian Kane knows that this is the moment that will define everything. The once overconfident alien forces who had mocked Earth and its inhabitants are now crumbling in the face of humanity's resilience and ingenuity. The alien ships, once seen as unstoppable, are slowly being torn apart by Earth's advanced technology. The tables have turned, and now humanity is in the driver's seat. General Kane takes command of the strike force, leading humanity's final charge against the remnants of the alien fleet. He stands tall on the bridge of his flagship, eyes locked on the screen as the chaos of the battle unfolds. His face is steely, unwavering, but there is an underlying fire in his eyes. The fire of a leader who knows the stakes and understands that this battle will determine the future of his people. He moves swiftly, giving commands with precision, as Earth's fleet moves in for the kill. The space around them is a blur of explosions, laser fire, and the deafening sound of warfare. The once pristine battlefield is now a chaotic mess of twisted metal and shattered ships, as humanity's fleet battles relentlessly against the alien invaders. The camera zooms in on the explosive visuals. Human warships darting in and out of battle, AI-assisted ships dodging incoming fire with expert precision, and alien vessels bursting into flames, their shields disintegrating in a spectacular display of destruction. Close quarters combat between human soldiers and alien invaders is also taking place. The scene shifts to the inside of a massive alien cruiser, where human soldiers, armed with advanced weapons and armored in futuristic combat suits, fight for their lives. The tension is palpable as the soldiers make their way through the ship's dark corridors, engaging in fierce firefights with the alien forces. The sound of gunfire echoes through the metal hallways, and the humans' bravery is evident as they press forward, determined to take down the enemy. In one of the corridors, a group of soldiers led by Sergeant Bonner engages a squad of alien warriors. The fight is brutal and intense. Bonner, a seasoned veteran, leads his team with incredible precision, each move calculated to bring them closer to victory. But as the firefight continues, disaster strikes. Bonner, in an effort to save his comrades, is hit by a blast from an alien weapon. His body crumples to the floor, and for a moment, time seems to stand still. The camera lingers on Bonner's face, his eyes filled with pain, but also a sense of pride. His final moments are heart-wrenching as he looks up at his fellow soldiers. "Finish this, for Earth," he says, his voice barely a whisper. The camera captures the raw emotion in the eyes of the soldiers around him, their faces filled with grief and determination. Bonner's sacrifice becomes a turning point in the battle. His comrades, fueled by the loss of their beloved friend, charge forward with renewed vigor. The emotional weight of his death pushes them beyond their limits. They know they must win, not just for themselves, but for those who have fallen. They fight with everything they have, their resolve hardened by the memory of Bonner's bravery. The camera shifts back to the space battle, where the clash between Earth's fleet and the remaining alien ships intensifies. Humanity's warships, guided by AI systems, now engage in close combat with the alien vessels. The screen is filled with the stunning visuals of missiles launching, energy blasts slicing through the void of space, and explosions lighting up the darkness. The raw power of human technology is on full display, as Earth's fleet proves that it is not to be underestimated. The alien forces, though technologically superior in many ways, are no match for humanity's adaptability and resourcefulness. The once unbreakable alien warships now fall one by one, their hulls torn open by human ingenuity. As the battle rages on, the visual spectacle of destruction reaches its peak. Ships are ripped apart, their engines exploding in blinding flashes of light, sending debris scattering through the void. The camera zooms in on the destruction, capturing the overwhelming chaos of the war. Amidst the chaos, General Kane watches as his fleet continues to push forward. His face remains stoic, but the weight of the battle is evident in his eyes. He knows that humanity's survival depends on their ability to keep fighting, no matter the cost. The loss of Bonner weighs heavily on him, but it also strengthens his resolve. He channels that pain into his leadership, guiding his fleet to victory with unwavering determination. In the final moments of the battle, humanity's forces launch their last assault on the remaining alien warships. The alien fleet, now reduced to a fraction of its original strength, fights desperately to hold its ground. But it is too late. Humanity's weapon, once thought to be a mere theoretical advantage, has proven to be the key to their survival. With one final devastating strike, the last of the alien ships are obliterated. The camera pulls back to reveal the aftermath of the battle. The once dominant alien fleet lies in ruins, their ships shattered and destroyed. Earth's fleet, though battered and scarred, remains victorious. The camera focuses on General Kane as he watches the destruction unfold. He stands tall, his heart heavy with the weight of the cost of victory. The loss of soldiers like Bonner cannot be forgotten, but their sacrifice has led to a victory that will change the course of history. The screen fades to black, and the sound of the battle slowly fades away. Humanity has won, but the emotional cost of this war will never be fully understood. The camera lingers on the destroyed alien fleet, a testament to humanity's strength and resilience. As the credits roll, the audience is left with the lingering sense that humanity, against all odds, has proven that they are not to be underestimated. They have struck back with a vengeance, and the galaxy will never be the same again. As the last remnants of the alien fleet drift into the vastness of space, nothing but silence remains. The once powerful Galactic Council, whose arrogance had nearly led to humanity's downfall, now finds itself in disarray. The leaders of the Council retreat in defeat, their once mighty ambitions shattered. The fleet that had intended to crush Earth and enslave its people has been decimated, and the galaxy will never look at humanity the same way again. The battle is over, but the cost of victory weighs heavily on General Adrian Kane and the soldiers who fought so hard to protect their home. General Kane stands on the bridge of his flagship, looking out at the wreckage of the alien armada. His face is solemn, and there's a quiet strength in his gaze. His victory is clear, but the satisfaction is fleeting. The loss of so many soldiers, the sacrifices of those who fought and died for humanity's survival, cannot be overlooked. The screams of soldiers like Bonner, whose final words still echo in Kane's mind, will haunt him for the rest of his life. Yet Kane knows that this victory, hard-earned as it is just the beginning of a much larger struggle. He turns to face his crew, who stand quietly around him, their faces a mixture of exhaustion and relief. "We've won today, but the galaxy is still out there," he says, his voice steady but full of the gravity of their situation. "The Council may have lost today, but there are many more out there who will seek to challenge us. This war is far from over. We have proven that humanity will not be cowed. We will never be defeated." His words are filled with resolve, but also the painful awareness that the battle they just won may pale in comparison to the wars yet to come. As the general speaks, the camera pans out, showing the battered remains of Earth's fleet floating in space. Despite the destruction, there is a sense of pride. Humanity has done the impossible. Against all odds, they have held their own against one of the most powerful forces in the galaxy. Yet even as Kane's words hang in the air, the lingering tension remains. The alien ships that were destroyed may have been the Council's fleet, but other fleets, other forces, still remain in the galaxy. Humanity has made a powerful statement today, but will that be enough to deter the enemies who will surely come next? The camera shifts to the faces of the soldiers who stand by Kane, their expressions filled with the same determination he carries. For them, the war is not over. They have lost comrades, faced unimaginable hardships, and endured the very worst the galaxy has to offer. Yet they have emerged victorious, stronger and more united than ever before. Their faces show no fear, only the unwavering resolve that comes with knowing that they are the guardians of Earth, and they will fight to protect it at all costs. The general's speech continues, a rallying cry to his people. This is just the beginning, he says. Today we've shown the galaxy that humanity is not to be underestimated. But this is only one chapter in our story. The Council thought we were weak. They thought they could crush us. Now they know better. And there are others out there who will come to test us. They will see our power, and they will fear us. But we must be prepared. We must stay vigilant. As the final words are spoken, the camera cuts to the vast expanse of space, with Earth and its fleet now visible in the distance. The planets, the stars, and the quiet darkness of the galaxy remind the audience of the immense scale of what humanity has achieved. The camera zooms out, revealing the galaxy in all its vastness. The Council may have been defeated, but the galaxy is still filled with dangers that humanity has yet to face. The silence of space seems to hold its breath, waiting for the next chapter in this epic story to unfold. The scene shifts back to the fleet as General Kane stands on the bridge, gazing out at the stars. His thoughts are heavy, but his resolve is unwavering. "We've made our mark," he says softly, more to himself than anyone else. "But we're not done yet. We'll never be done." The camera lingers on his face, showing the weight of the victory, but also the weight of what is to come. Humanity has proven its strength, its adaptability, and its unbreakable will to survive. But the road ahead is uncertain. The galaxy is vast, and the threats it holds are many. Yet, despite the uncertainty, there is hope. Humanity has fought back, and humanity has won. And no matter what the future holds, they will continue to fight, to adapt, and to prove that they are not a species to be taken lightly. As the scene fades to black, the final words of General Kane echo in the minds of the audience. The galaxy will never forget what we've done. The promise of future challenges, the unknown dangers lurking in the far reaches of space, and the promise of humanity's continued fight for survival all hang in the balance. The story ends, but the journey is far from over. Humanity has struck back with everything they have, and now, the galaxy knows the truth. Humanity is no longer a weak and insignificant species. They are a force to be reckoned with, and whatever comes next, humanity will face it head-on, knowing that they are no longer fighting alone, but united in their resolve to survive, thrive, and protect what is theirs. The real war may have only just begun, but humanity is ready to face it, together. As the credits roll, the screen lingers on the stars, reminding the audience that the vastness of space is still full of mysteries, of dangers, and of endless possibilities. What will happen next? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: humanity's story is far from over, and the galaxy has just witnessed the beginning of something much bigger. The question now is not if humanity will survive, but how far they are willing to go to protect their future.